it's time for dreaming.
Hi, I'm Anupriya Singh, a product innovation designer based in San Francisco. In this episode of A New Creation, I want to talk about a chair that doesn't exist yet. A missing seat at the operator table inside most VC firms. If you look at a typical VC operator or platform team, you'll see ex-founders, GTM and sales specialists, talent and hiring, finance and fundraising support, all built to answer one question. How do we help our portfolio survive and grow? And yet, even with all of that support, 70 to 90% of startups still fail. Most of them between years 2 and 5. Not in the idea stage, not on day one, but right when product, market, brand, and team are supposed to be coming together. To me, that's a signal. Not that founders are lazy, not that operators are bad, but that there is a capability missing at that table. When you dig into postmortems, the reason for failure repeat. No real need in the market, users didn't stick around, we couldn't differentiate, we grew features, not adoption. Those are all design problems hiding behind business language. They are about not understanding the person on the other side, not shaping the experience around their context, not translating insights into product, story, and system. VCs know this intuitively. Even Y Combinator now openly pushes design as a core advantage. They host talks like why every founder should care about design and explicitly say more designers should be founders because great products are built on empathy, taste, and trust. So here is the irony. We have investors saying design matters from day zero, but inside most VC firms, there is no dedicated design thinker seat in the operator team. That is the missing chair. I'm not talking about someone who comes in at the end to make it pretty or to, brand studio you outsource to when it's time for a rebrand. I'm talking about a design thinker embedded as an operator. Someone who sits across the portfolio, not inside one startup. Speaks B2C human language but understand broad text. Connects product, brand, service and system as one experience. Brings emotional intelligence into rooms that are dominated by spreadsheets. Surfaces insights that don't show up in the numbers yet. This person is not a consultant who drops a deck and disappears. They are a creative operator who lives inside the ecosystem. Like, what are we actually building here? For whom? Are we sure this is a problem worth solving? Because the cost of getting that wrong is an entire fund full of beautifully engineered things that nobody truly needs. Let's make this real. Imagine a bread company. Sales are flat. They go to a market agency and say, we need a campaign, we need growth. So the answer that most of the places would give is that, let's go for bigger ads, new taglines, performance budgets, social media marketing. But a design thinker would ask a different set of questions. What happens in the 3 seconds when someone stands in front of the shelf? What does the packaging actually say in that moment? What is the first action humans do instinctively when they buy a bread? Does it match how people choose bread? Health, comfort, habit, price, story? How many percentage of people squeeze their loaf of bread before they put them in their cart? We know that around 70% plus of consumers say packaging design influences their purchase decision. If you are not at that moment of choice, you are spending on noise. If one of the bread related projects, the real shift didn't come from a huge brand campaign, it can come from packaging, clarifying the story, aligning the visual language with the feeling we wanted to evoke, the emotion we wanted to evoke, making the decision easier at the shelf, using visual cues to attract their attention, play with color, play with physical packaging. A cheaper, smarter invention, that came from seeing the system, not just the metric. That's what is missing Seat does for a portfolio. They keep asking, are we sure we are solving the right layer of the problem? Now, layer on AI. Code is getting cheaper. Prototypes are getting faster. You can spin up an app, landing page, or feature set in a weekend. And yet, AI startups are failing at roughly the same brutal rates, often 80 to 90%. Why? Because AI makes it easier to build, but it doesn't make it easier to choose what deserves to exist. Without a design thinker in the room, we risk creating digital pollution, endless tools nobody meaningfully uses, shipping hardware that ends up in landfills after one hype cycle, increasing energy use and carbon footprint for products that never achieve real adoption. We celebrate velocity but forget to ask if the direction is even sane. The missing seat's job is to slow the room down just enough to ask, are we building towards deeper human needs or just chasing the next interface? Will the product make someone's life meaningfully better or just add another notification? Does this justify its environmental and cognitive cost? What reason are you giving them to pick up your product from the shelf or make that person download your app among so many apps in their phone? That's not a question a spreadsheet can answer. That's design thinking. A lot of funds will say, we already have design mentors, we send our founders to them. But there is a difference between a design advisor you occasionally email and a design thinker operator who's in the portfolio stand-ups, the founders one-on-one, the pre-board conversations, the missing seat in the room when you're deciding which experiments to run, questioning feature roadmaps before they lock in, translating user research into strategic decisions, not just UX tickets, catching misalignment between what the brand says and what the product actually does. They speak user, market, and emotion fluently. They don't just ask, does this work? They ask, does this make sense in the world we are creating? So, who actually sits in that chair is the next question. Not a generic strategist, not a growth hacker. I think it has to be a designer by training who has worked across product, brand, and experience, who can think beyond silos, who is comfortable in B2C reality and investor rooms, understand the game that goes into creating a product, who treats emotional intelligence as signal, not fluff. Someone who can say to a founder, your numbers are okay, but the story doesn't land. The experience doesn't respect the person using it. Here's where we fix that. A person who is a visionary, who can see the entire thing and is also a cross-functional thinker will be perfect for this role. And to the VC, if you keep funding features without fixing the experience, you are scaling churn, not value. We accept that most startups will fail. Most VC portfolios accept heavy loss. Design is critical from day zero. and yet we still run funds without a design thinker's seat in the operator co. That is the gap. Not another consultant, not another advisor, a real chair with a real vote, responsible for the human, emotional, and experiential side of the portfolio. Because if we don't design the way we build companies, we'll keep designing products for no one. And that is also the reason why we often see iterations of innovation than actual innovation. And I hope someday we designers can break that and make that tighter so that people don't have to fit in silos if they think like me.